Studio Ufotable, I think, is a very well-known studio at this point. I mean, with their recent success in the recent years, to Demon Slayer's anime release, to the movie release of it, to Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, to Heaven's Feel movie release, they've had a track record of constant success after success, with BD sales, to just their studio constantly being noticed for beautiful art and animation. So, when you see such a company having constant success, it comes as a shock to see something like this: tax evasion. Now, most likely, many of you probably have heard this word thrown out there on Studio Ufotable for a while now, because this has been kind of like an ongoing thing for about a year now. And so there is previous articles already kind of affiliated with the whole tax evasion that, Studio Ufotable was doing. However, just this morning, there was an update to, the whole tax evasion debacle with Studio Ufotable, and basically the main founder of the studio admitted to evading 138 million yen in taxes. So yeah, that's not a small amount of money, just to put it in perspective. That is definitely not small. So I kind of want to read this article to you to kind of get the gist of what is going on. So, Anime Studio Ufotable's founder, representative director, and president Hikaru Kondo admitted to the charge of violating the Corporation Tax Act and Consumption Tax Act by failing to pay 138 million yen, about US 1.25 million, in taxes at the preliminary hearing by the Tokyo District Court on Friday. During the same hearing, Kondo issued an apology, admitting that he thought his tax evasion would not bring trouble to Ufotable. Now that, honestly, just hearing that just is so ridiculous to me, because how would you not think it would bring trouble to the studio you founded when you're kind of using the studio to make your own self money and hiding it, etc.? It's just like, that's crazy to me. But anyways, the prosecution said in its opening statement that Ufotable and Kondo hid part of the income from the company's cafes and merchandise from 2015 to 2018 in order to buffet against future downturns in business. The studio allegedly hid about 441 million yen, about $4 million in income. After the formal indictment of Kondo and Ufotable on July 9th this year, Ufotable acknowledged the indictment of the Tokyo Public Prosecutor's Office and gave assurance that the company had already filed a correct tax return and paid the appropriate amount. Previous reports have varied slightly in the amount that Ufotable owes. The formal indictment in July stated 137 million yen, about $1.24 million in taxes, while previous reports by the Mainichi Shimbun, a newspaper, in 2020 alleged 139 million yen, about $1.28 million in taxes. Both of these accounts differ from the 138 million yen, about $1.25 million, reported in today's preliminary hearing. The Mainichi Shimbun reported last year that Kondo purportedly hid about 30% of the proceeds from some of the Ufotable's anime-themed restaurants in Tokyo and stored them in a private safe at home. So this right here, hearing this little thing right quick just really shows how Kondo, with his little statement up above I read, like, oh, I didn't think it'd bring the studio trouble. How would you think it would not bring the studio trouble when you literally hid 30% of the proceeds from Ufotable's anime-themed cafes in your private safe at home? Like, yo, what? That's insane to me. So, Bunge Shunju's weekly Bunshun digital magazine reported in April 2019 that Ufotable allegedly owes 400 million yen, about $3.57 million in taxes. Citing a source from the Tokyo Regional Taxation Bureau, the report noted that Ufotable is suspected of supposedly misappropriating funds raised from a charity auction for the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, a violation of the penal code that carries a potential prison sentence of no more than 10 years. The Tokyo Regional Taxation Bureau conducted a search of Ufotable's office earlier in March that year as a part of an investigation, but did not end up filing charges. Kondo eventually resigned from his role of chairman of the executive committee for Machi Asobi and the Tokushima event, for which Ufotable was once the main organizer, in May 2019. So basically, to put all of this in perspective that, I just read out, Ufotable is in some deep trouble. They're in some very deep trouble. Obviously, from this point, it doesn't seem like Ufotable is going to be closing down or anything. They just have a hefty fine to pay. However, the actual lead, founder of the studio is obviously, he's going to have to step down. He's going to probably be removed from his position. Everything about what he's probably built in the last 20 plus years is gone. So Is this a big radical change for the studio in general? Yes, I think internally this will definitely have a huge shift, especially because there's going to be, major, I guess, shifts in power in, Studio Ufotable, who's in charge, etc. But I do feel like just seeing this is it's crazy, because when you look at the past works of Studio Ufotable, you think that they were successful enough to not warrant doing something like this, especially with the excuse that was given that this was supposedly to buffer against, like, future downturns in business. But, I mean, Ufotable is literally made non-stop bank, I think, from what they've released over the years. I mean, to, like I said, the Fate series, to Demon Slayer, it's just like, how or why they would even do this in the first place is just crazy to me. But it's just like, yeah, it looks like this long year story is finally coming to an end. So Kondo, the founder of Ufotable, is literally getting charged. So yeah, that's crazy. It's spicy news, and I just wanted to share with all of you, because, I mean, as we know, the new season of, Demon Slayer is quickly approaching, and I do wonder how that's going to affect the anime when it does officially arrive. But I'll leave it at that, though. You guys have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And with that, guys, be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.